Okay, I think I'm going to call this the disaster philosophy related to building. And so I've been talking about how there's countries who go to war, then they want investments in their own country overseas. They want investing companies to come back in and rebuild and help them rebuild. So they're asking for money because they destroyed their own property. And so we could call it FEMA disaster philosophy here in the United States. It's the same principle where we have got this machine, and it's almost like it's artificial intelligence in a sense, but it's coming out of the finance area, financiers, the finance area of building houses along the coastal lines of the United States where there is a greater risk. Any place can be risky. Yes, we keep hearing that from the propaganda machine, that any place can have a risk for flooding. However, what they're not taking into consideration when they talk about these things is the bankers are MK Ultra brainwashed because they're talking to their employees as a leader, and they're convincing their employees to sell things to the American public that they know are bad for the American public. So they've got a bunch of young folks who come in, they work for the banking call centers, and they've outsourced them as well. And so they want people to get mortgages and to move to places where houses are at risk for flooding. So this has been going on for a very, very long time related to, it's even a joke when when people say, if you believe that, I have some swampland in Florida to sell you. The truth of the matter is swampland, all of Florida is swampland. Every last bit of Florida is swampland because the crust, the earthquake regions, the plates shift. We learned that as basic in school. The plates of the earth shift. So the east coast of the United States of America is slowly shifting into the subduction zone of the earthquake regions, which is near the Caribbean and the South American plate. There's a great big crack and fissure where earthquakes take place. And so it just goes without saying. That's why Republicans don't believe, the GOP doesn't believe that global warming is real or that the icebergs are causing water to rise, because the continental plates are shifting under the water. So this is a strategy that the bankers are using to get people to build in places where houses don't last very long, because it's self-preservation for them to cause inflation in housing and apartments.